Mark Schlereth with us for some stories to start your morning. Isaiah Thomas had some harsh words for his former general manager in an interview with Sports Illustrated, saying to Danny Ainge, I might never talk to Danny Ainge again after trading him this offseason. Spicy Thursday. Nick, do you understand Isaiah Thomas's resentment here?
I do. I don't blame Danny Ainge for doing what he did, but I understand the resentment. I saw a list yesterday of like the 8 most stressful things a human being can deal with. Isaiah dealt with 3 of them within 2 months of each other. Loss of a family member, severe personal injury, having to move for work. All 3 of those things happened. He didn't want any of those things to happen, obviously. One of them is much bigger than the others, and one of them is directly he feels Danny Ainge's fault. I don't blame him for being upset.
I love good old-fashioned sports hate. That's sports hate right there. That's it. You know what? Wear that like a proud patch on your shoulder.
Isn't
right?
business?
No, listen.
Business
Yeah, but this is my business, and we ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm on another team. You running your team. What you want to talk about? All right, ain't no need to talk. You already called me with the last conversation we would have. You've been traded. Okay, no problem. Ain't no need to talk no more. You go about your business. It's obvious you don't care about me, and I definitely don't care nothing about you.
Dang. Derek Carr missing last week with a broken bone in his back, but he still wanted to go out and play last week. Tough guy. He reiterated that he will definitely play this Sunday. CC, what do you expect from Carr this week coming off that injury?
Man, this is what football players do. The same thing Jack Del Rio. He's a former player, one of my ex-teammates. Man, yes, that's what we do. We try to play. Like, I expect him to be mediocre, though. The line hasn't been good as they were last year. Carr was struggling. The wide receivers haven't been helping him. Crabtree not playing up to Amari Cooper, really struggling catching the ball. But last year, their ability to score in the red zone with their wide receivers, that was one of the things that made them special. So I expect him to be average because he's going to be hurt. He's going to have a little assistance, a little needle in his back to start the game.
There's no question about that. It's the week before, as you prepare, your body is the greatest compensation machine ever made. And you'll compensate to alleviate some of that pain. You're not going to shoot him up for practice. That doesn't work. Shoot him up for games. So how many hitches does he develop during the course of practice? Because that rotational force of throwing has got to hurt you.
All right, let's move on to some basketball. Kyrie Irving may have spent 6 seasons in Cleveland, but apparently he's not only over the Cavs, he's over the entire city. Kyrie telling reporters, quote, I'm really playing in a real live sports city. This, of course, referring to Boston. Nick, I'm going to assume with your hands thrown up in the air, you have an issue with it.
It's just mean, man. For those people that live in Cleveland, it's not like that. It's a bustling metropolis with exotic locales. Like, that is a great sports city. I follow sports radio. You know what city has the highest sports radio ratings every single year? Cleveland. That's a good sports town. You can have a lot of knocks on Cleveland. That they're not a real sports city isn't one of them. And Kyrie, you asked to get out of there. You caused all this controversy this offseason, got exactly what you wanted, and now you're bleeping on him on your way out the door. Why? I don't understand why you say this, Kyrie. I don't.
Now, Boston is a nice city, Nick. It's a lot more to do in Boston than Cleveland.
But that's not what he said.
I'm from Ohio. Food, people, and as far as it being one of the greatest sports towns, I don't know about that, Nick. I don't know where you've been the last 50 years.
They got some of the most diehard fans of any city.
Okay, that doesn't make it a great sports city.
Of course it does. That's what makes you've got the major sports and the fans care. That's what Miami's not a good sports city because fans don't care. People
I love Ohio, and I've lived in Florida for 25 years.
Right, okay. But he didn't say it's a nicer place to live. Never mind.
I'm just wondering, as a football player, would you have been insulted if another football player said that about your city?
Man, I don't care nothing about that football player.
There you go. The Nationals beat the Cubs 5-0 last night to even the NLDS at 2 games apiece. Steven Strasburg ended up starting, even though he was originally going to take a day off to battle flu-like symptoms. He still dominated, went 7 strong, striking out 12, setting up a Game 5 tonight. Nick, who do you like in this one?
Man, I'm rooting for Dusty Baker. I would like to see the Nationals win this game. Dusty, I think, is a good manager that is now on 9 consecutive losses. with a chance to clinch a series. It's the longest streak, and it's an active streak. I hope he snaps that streak, and the Nationals win.
I think Mad Max is going on short rest, and Mad Max is crazy. So I'm all over the Nationals. I love Max Scherzer. Love to watch him pitch, do his thing. Won a Cy Young, both the American League and the National League. I think he goes out on short rest, dominates. I'm going with the Nationals.
I'm not concerned about Game 5. Game number 4, Strasburg, give me the ball. And for all the haters out there, shut